Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Malcolm and I'm back for another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 4 of Tower of God. Let's get into it. But before we go any further, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that noti bell because I got more videos coming soon. I even got a video coming tomorrow and you guys don't want to miss it. So please stay tuned in. And if you want even more nerd content from me, go check out my podcast, The Storm Podcast, where every single week, got about 3 hours worth of anime content coming straight to you, where me and two of the bros talk about literally everything that happened this week in anime. You don't want to miss it. But without further ado, let's get into this review. I feel like I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but goddamn, Tower of God just gets better and better every single week. This episode was fantastic. The action, the pacing, the plot twist, the characters, it was all exactly what it needed to be. Specifically, the pacing was fire to me because honestly, I thought that this was going to be a long, drawn-out challenge that was going to last pretty much the rest of the season, because apparently this season is only going to be 12 episodes. At least the first core of the season is only going to be 12 episodes. Then later we're going to get another 12. So I thought this whole 12 was going to be on the Trustworthy room. They wrapped that shit up episode 4 and it didn't feel like it was rushed or anything like that. It's the perfect pace and now we can get on to what's next. But so much happened in this episode, so let's go ahead and just break it down piece by piece. So the episode started off with where we left off last week, of Bomb getting slumped by Love and he's laying there. And Love walks up and is like, "Hey bruh, my parents got killed by Fug, so I can never forgive you. Why did you even join Fug?" And Bomb says it's because he needed them to climb the tower. And he asks why he's trying to go up the tower. And he says to meet a person from his past. Then Love asks, "Are you doing this for revenge?" And Bomb says, "I won't know until I get there." And I needed this scene because I needed to know where Bomb's head was at, because I know that Bomb is still a loving individual. I know he still has that love for Rachel in his heart. But at the same time, he's in his like evil bag. He's in his like aggressive bag. So I wanted to know what his goal was for when he saw Rachel. And it seems like he really needs to see her, talk to her, and figure out where he's gonna go from there, because that love is still there, but that revenge is still there. And he needs to figure out why she did what she did. Now, when he figures out why she did what she did, I don't know what he gonna do. He liable to do anything at that point, because when he finds out that she pushed him off that bitch out of straight jealousy and hate, I hope he smokes her. But then after that, we cut to Yeon in her room and somebody knocks at the door and she's like, "Yo, who is it?" They said whatever they said. I don't specifically remember. So she opens the door and the dude who's working with Rob Devil and the young prince is like, "You're the perfect person for me to possess your body." And then I guess she just got possessed at that point. And then that green thing just took her body over basically, and we'll get back to that later. Then we cut over to the young prince trying to figure out what the hell happened to Rob Devil. And this man, Rob Devil, woke back up. He was fake dead the whole time. And it makes perfect sense, because last week when I was trying to figure out who could have potentially killed Rob Devil, I went down the list of people stronger than him. And none of the people stronger than him had any motivation to run up to the room or even could have killed him the way it looked like he got killed. So when he woke up and was playing dead, I was like, okay, I see you. But it was to find out where the remote was, because remember, dude made him close his eyes before he hid his remote, so that way even if someone came and killed Rob Devil, they wouldn't be able to find where the remote was, because Rob Devil wouldn't be able to tell them where the remote is. But that's when we find out that Kim Lurker, the loan shark, has been behind the whole thing. Now, I don't know if this was a plot twist for y'all, but it sure as hell surprised me on this, because to me, he seemed like he was just some loan shark. Like, I didn't have no beef with him. I even thought he was a cool guy. He just was about his money. I had no issues with dude. But to find out that he is the mastermind scumbag of this whole thing absolutely blew my mind. And then the second I found out that he was the mastermind, I instantly knew that Nia, the ramen girl, had to be in on it. And I knew Wangnan was going to be devastated. Which, well, we'll talk about that later. Then it cuts over to Wangnan in the game and they're capturing another room, which is epic. They got 5 rooms. Now, all they got to do is go take Yeon's room and they got the dub. They go to call in to Nia, the ramen girl, only to find out that the loan shark is there already. Obviously, Wangnan starts crashing out because he's like, "Yo, why the fuck are you in my room? Leave Nia alone. What's going on?" And Kim Lurker says, "Yo, explain to him what happened." And Nia basically sets the whole thing out like, "Hey, I was working for this old lady. I love the old lady, but the loan shark, there was problems. And they came pulling up and always causing trouble. And they said, if I were to make everybody fail the test, then all the debts would get removed and everything would be okay. And that's why I did it. And Wangnan's not even mad. He's like, dude, you had somebody you had to protect. You did the right thing. Now, if I was Wangnan, I would be absolutely furious, because there's no way you gonna come up in this bitch, pretend like you my friend, scam me out a dub, and then think everything's gonna be okay. I would have pulled up, whooped Kim Lurker's ass and whooped Nia's ass, cause I gotta climb this damn tower no matter what. Like, how dare you try to finesse me in the name of somebody else? Cool, bro. Like, I get it. That's what the tower is, but it don't mean I gotta forgive you. It's up for you. Catch one of these fire bombs. But then in true villain fashion, Kim Lurker says, yo, I was never gonna clear your debt anyway. I'm gonna kill your dumb ass. And for some reason, there was shock. Why are we surprised about this? Anyone could have guessed that's what's gonna happen. You never make a deal with the bad guy and expect the bad guy to hold up their end of the bargain. When has that ever fucking happened? Obviously you were gonna get double crossed. It's an evil loan shark. Like, use your brain. But I'm not gonna lie, the way Lurker killed Nia was crazy. The blood everywhere, the pure violence, it was aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. Do I believe Nia deserved to get smoked? Probably. Do I think that they need to go out like that? Nah, that was a little too much. And Wangnan felt the same way. Wangnan is like, yo, it's up for you. I am going to kill you now. You just made an enemy. Watch your fucking back. Wangnan and the team are like, yo, it's pretty much over unless we can figure something out right now. What the hell are we gonna do? And Kang dropped one of the hardest lines I have heard in all of anime. Bro said, those who have been abandoned by God should seek the devil. Now, granted, that line is absolutely insane, but it kind of works perfectly with what we need right now. We need Bomb, who we know isn't the devil, but they don't know he's not the devil. Then it cuts back over to the battle of Love versus Bomb. Bomb has one more chance to catch his connector, or else it's completely over. And the second that connector leaves the pitching machine, it is fucking on. Love hops on this little cool ass wave disc to start flying around. Bomb copies the move and starts flying on the same wave disc, and then Bomb hits him with the same move that he used before. He hit him with the straight, upgraded it to the cutter, and it was about to be cooked, except for the fact that Love is a ranker. Love got hella powers in his bag. Yes, Bomb can freeze shit, but so can Love. He hit him with the Uno reverse and said, you thought so. That's when Wangnan pulls up and he gets the connector and he says, yo, if you help me, I will give you this connector and you can pass the test. At this point, I don't even care about passing. I just need to kill him. He killed Nia and I cannot forgive him for that. And then it also goes into a little flashback about Wangnan. Wangnan came here with his homies. They used to eat sweet and sour pork together. Everything was cool, but now he's all by himself. He finally met someone that he wanted to eat sweet and sour pork with. He finally found that family again, and now it's over with because of Kim Lurker. Kim Lurker needs to get smoked. So Bomb, if you can come and help me, I will let you pass this test. I'll fail it. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I just want to kill Kim Lurker. But when you really think about it, that's kind of a win-win for Wangnan, because the main reason he needed to pass the test on this specific try was because if he didn't, Kim Lurker was going to smoke him. But if he kills Kim Lurker and fails this test, that's fine. He could just take it again another time. But I also respect Wangnan's dream, because he's like, dude, if this tower is the type of place that everybody has to become an asshole scumbag in order to climb it, I'm gonna get to the top of this tower and I'm gonna change that, because this is not what the tower was made for. And I think that kind of resonated with Bomb, because Bomb more or less feels the same way. This tower has caused so much pain and hurt for all of the people around him. I think they both want to get to the top and do what they can to make this tower a good place. Because as of right now, it's not a good place. Wangnan said it best. Was this tower a place to grant wishes or to make people give up on all their dreams and wishes? Then we cut back over to Kim Lurker. He's standing outside the room, Yeon on his arm, getting ready to take out the young prince, ready to get a dub. He's literally on top of the world. He got everything he wants. He about to get some bread. He gets to climb the tower. He gets to be the boss. He got a girl on his arm. He living. But then my boy Kang pull up and gets it fucking popping. He pulls up crazy, smokes the big doll or whatever the hell you want to call it, hits that shit, getting ready to get it popping. But remember, Yeon is currently being mind controlled. So Kim Lurker tells her, light him up. She uses the flame, and remember, her flames are ridiculous. She has said there are rankers in her family that have not been able to withstand these flames. So I'm thinking it's up for Kang at this point. I'm thinking he's gonna have to use the little shoe and get the fuck out of there. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm thinking he about to be barbecue sweet and sour pork. I think it's over. But that's exactly when my boy Bomb pull up and puts a halt to all of it. He tells Yeon, I'm not here for your body, and then stuffs his hand down her throat and pulls out the little possession thing. Also, side note about the little green thing that possessed Yeon. That looks very similar to the guy who was on their team last year. I think his name was like Pascal or something like that. I'll put a picture of him up, but he looks a lot like him. So maybe that guy has a similar ability. It might just be a race of people that can do that. I don't know. But then the young prince decided to lock in too. He pulls out this little glowing ball and blinds Rob Devil, and he's able to get away. And then my boy Kang pull up, and now it's go time. He looks at Bomb and is like, I'll handle this one. And that's when Rob Devil get all cocky. He's like, do you really think you can beat me? And Kang tells him, you think you seen a devil before? You think you a devil? I'm gonna show you a real devil in my right arm. And he unlocks his arm. His wing starts getting all crazy. His eye is glowing. I cannot wait to find out more about this power, how he got it, what's going on. Cause Kang seems like he's even scared of himself to a point. So whatever he has locked down is some next level shit. But before we get into that, we cut back over to my boy Wangnan, who catches up to Lurker, and he's like, hey bruh, I told you I was gonna kill you. This whole shit orchestrated by me. You're going down. He tells Lurker, I'm about to kill you, and what I'm about to do isn't just for me, it's about Nia and everybody else. This is divine punishment. And Lurker says, divine punishment? Man, what the hell is you talking about? You're saying all this shit because you just want to kill me. You are no different than me. But then Lurker goes and tells his backstory. He's like, dude, I was basically in the same position as you. I really wanted to climb the tower, and I had been working really hard to do so, but I ended up drowning in debt, just like you. And I ended up selling my soul to this main dude because that was the only way I was going to get through. But he gave me this chance to climb the tower with his son because the only thing he's ever loved is his son, and I see that this is an opportunity. I'm gonna smoke the son, I'm gonna become the boss, and I'm gonna get everything I wanted to do and climb the tower in the end. And he's like, dude, that's just what happens here. This tower is an evil place. Everybody here is gonna do some evil, unjust shit, and you just gotta get used to it. And I think that's powerful because once again, even in a world like Tower of God, a lot of the rules of the real world still apply. There are gonna be people who do bad things to get what they want. Like, power is always going to be the ultimate driver of people in the world. That's just how it goes. But Wangnan's like, dude, I'm not trying to conform to that. I am going to climb up this tower, become the king of the tower, and take this whole shit and rearrange it into something positive, because it makes no sense that in order for you to get your wish granted, you have to become an evil scumbag. You got to be a killer. Everybody's dreams get twisted on the way to the tower to the point where it doesn't even make sense anymore. Like, what's the point of getting to the top and getting your wish if you're not even the person you wanted to be when you get there? And that's why I rock with Wangnan, because he got some real, like, drive. He got some real motivation. He got like heart. He is a real shonen main character, even though I guess technically he's not the main character, but in some ways he kinda is. He basically tells Lurker, yo, I'm not gonna kill you in the name of Nia, so take this time that Nia bought you and live a good life from now on. Don't go doing no fuck shit. Don't do no bad shit. Just be a good guy from now on. Now let's keep it a bean. Do we really believe that? Do we really think that Lurker's just gonna turn the cheek and just be a cool guy from now on? He's probably gonna stay on the 20th floor and keep doing fuck shit. And I mean, there's really not much that Wangnan can do about it because he's gonna be gone. But hopefully Lurker decides to turn around and be a good person. But do I see that happening? Not really. But then Wangnan gives Bomb his connector and he's like, dude, end the test, it's over with. Now here's the point where I'm a little confused and you guys probably are too. Because the way the game works, if Bomb gets his connector and receiver, he wins and he's allowed to climb the tower on his own. Bomb connected in his connector, and all of those people were the ones who passed. Which leads me to believe that Wangnan didn't actually give Bomb's connector. I think he gave him Wangnan's connector. Because the people that passed were Wangnan, Go Seng, Mi Seng, Kang, whatever the silver haired dude is, Yeon, the Prince, and Bomb. Those are the names of everybody who was on Wangnan's team at this point. So I think Wangnan tricked him. I think he finessed him into giving him the win. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what happened because Bomb didn't really react negatively. He didn't react like he got finessed or anything like that. He was just like, oh, okay, like shit, I guess everything's cool. But I think that's what happened. But then it cuts back to Love talking to that same administrator he was talking to last episode, basically saying, I know, I broke the rules, I did a bunch of bad shit, I'll accept any punishment you give me. And dude's like, look, all's well that ends well. Bomb is alive. Everything worked out. Just pretend that this was actually the floor level and now they get to move on. Buy them some fried chicken and everything's cool. And Love has the nerve to ask, with sauce? Yeah, with some goddamn sauce. After all that bullshit you just put everybody through, all the deaths that happened because of you owe them some fried chicken with some goddamn sauce. But the crazy part is we find out that the administrator that was ahead of Love is actually a Fug member. And the whole time, he didn't want him doing that fuck shit to Fug because he is Fug. This tower is so goddamn corrupt. They got Fug members just running around as rankers and shit like that. They got loan sharks. They got Rachel. Everything is just fucked up in this bitch, man. I think I just need to come to the conclusion that I don't know anything about anything. Every single time I think I have a prediction or I think I know what's going to happen next, I'm wrong as hell. They are throwing so many plot twists at me, I can't even keep up. And it's fire. It's not like there's so many plot twists that the story's getting confusing. It's just the fact that you just can't be sure of anything. You don't know what's gonna happen. But then the episode pretty much ends off with Bomb talking to Wangnan at the end asking, yo, why did you forgive Lurker after all the bad things he did? And Wangnan was like, I forgave him because I want to be forgiven. I know that in order to climb this tower and change it, I'm going to have to do a lot of backhanded things, and I want to get forgiven for that. So I decided to forgive him, and I think it'll all be okay. And he's like, dude, I know I'm not that strong, but if you can help me climb this tower, I would appreciate it a ton. And they made their friendship bond. I think they're going to be okay. I think that conversation really meant a lot to Bomb because once again, Bomb is climbing up the tower to see Rachel and find out what the fuck happened that day and what's going on. And I think he really does want to be able to forgive her in his heart, which I don't want him to. But I think he really wants to, so I think that conversation meant a lot to him, and I think he's really grateful for it. But that's the end of the episode, except for the fact that we see my boy Khun at the end, which makes me think he's going to be in next week's episode, and now we get to see what's really going on. We get to find out all the things that we've missed. Now, I vaguely remember a little bit about where Khun and everybody is, but not a lot of what's happened, so I'm super excited, and I need to know more. This episode was fire. If I have to give this episode a rating out of 10, I don't know. I might have to give it a 10. Maybe a 9, but I think I'm going to give it a 10. This shit was absolutely fire. I loved it. It was great. Tower of God literally just keeps getting better and better, and it's probably one of the best anime that have come out this year. It's just that good. It's just that good. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode and what you would rate it out of 10 in the comments, and make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't done it already, and hit that noti bell because I got a really good video coming out tomorrow, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.